Growing up in this city, I think what makes Si Racha so attractive to the foreigner, especially the Japanese expat, is the similarity to a lot of fishermen village in Japan. We have local fish market, we have shopping mall, Japanese-speaking international hospital, and a lot of Japanese language school as well. I think everything combined makes Si Racha an ideal city to live and one of the biggest Japanese community in Thailand. The designing philosophy about this project derived from the idea that we want to connect with the tenant. We want to sort of creating the emotional connection with the tenant when they get into the room and right when they check out at the room after the end of their contract. So we decided to approach Say Studio interior and styling company who has a signature style of combining classic black and white and creating the living space that is specific to the lifestyle of the resident. When you enter the front door, you met with the pantry, which is where we spend most of our efforts into creating and making the most out of this area, because the kitchen is where people usually spend most of the time with. We are so proud to offer this premium cookware and knife sets from Switzerland company to the tenant. We want the tenant to have fun and sort of being proficient when it comes to preparing food for the family. We believe that having the right equipment makes you spend less time in the kitchen and more time to do something else, which is more important. And I think it's not just the functional benefit that comes with having the expensive equipment in the room. I think by displaying those equipment is the unspoken message from the house owner to the visitor that the house owner actually care a lot about the well-being of the family member and their spouse. Next to the pantry is the living room, which provides access to the gorgeous view of Si Racha city and the main Sukhumvit road, which cut through between the sea and the project building. We wanted the living room to combine this cold and oceanic feeling of living near the beach with the series of decorations that represent Thai culture. The most striking part of this room is this beautiful ceramic stool painted with antique blue lotus, and it sits perfectly next to the natural white marble coffee table. We transformed the conventional use of the balcony into the sanctuary of recreation, a small space where the tenant can separate themselves from the stress from work. So we approached the landscape designer with a challenge to create the connection to nature within the limited 3 square meter area. So the team came up with a solution to have these large dramatic plants like elephant ear and fiddle leaves. And we also installed this beautiful Victorian colonial mirror to reflect the overall greenery and the northeast mountain as well.